You're listening to an archived Cabral Concept podcast. After listening to this show, check out the most up-to-date podcasts available at stephencabral.com/podcasts or search directly on iTunes. And now, welcome to the Cabral Concept, where board-certified naturopath and integrative health practitioner Dr. Stephen Cabral shares how he was diagnosed at the age of 17 with a life-altering illness and given no hope for recovery. It was only after studying and traveling all over the world did he discover how to combine ancient Ayurvedic healing practices with state-of-the-art naturopathic and functional medicine to fully rebalance the body and re-energize it with life. It's time to discover how to get well, lose weight, and finally feel alive again. And now, here's your host, Dr. Stephen Cabral.
Today on our Weight Loss Wednesday show, I've been looking forward to bringing this topic to you. So it's kind of one I've had in my notes. I keep a journal and I keep notes on all the different things that come up during my private consultations with people, and also that I hear from. We have quite a large team of personal trainers and health professionals. And these are things that I like to share with you because, again, we literally do over 20,000 appointments per year. We have more data than I would say almost any center in the entire world. I've been doing this now for 16 years full-time and almost 20 years total. And so my goal for you is this, is I want to shortcut your ability to become successful. So if I can shortcut your path, the journey that you have to go on, you still have to go on it either way. Don't get me wrong. There's still work to be done. But if you're going to go on it, instead of taking 6 months, a year, 10 years, or your entire life struggling with either getting well or keeping the weight off or taking the weight off, well, if I can shortcut that to 21 days, 6 weeks, 12 weeks, depending on your specific goals, that's my job. That's what I consider this podcast to really be all about, is sharing those shortcuts with you. And again, we have the data. We know it works. I just really hope that you'll follow this, that you'll take the advice, and you'll just run with it. And that's what today is all about. There's nothing to sell here. There's absolutely nothing. I'm going to be talking about philosophies. I'm going to be talking about the 5 secrets of skinny success stories. I just really like the ring of that, and so I used it. But really, what does it mean? It means that we have people who want to lose 5 pounds come in. We have people that want to lose 150 pounds come in, sometimes even more. And we work with everyone in between. Some people are already in great shape, right? That's some of the clients that we work with. Very small percentage, but some are already in fantastic shape, and they just want to fine-tune it either for a natural figure competitor show. They might be a professional cheerleader. They might be a professional athlete. They might be a dancer. They might be, an actor, an actress. But for the most part, 8 out of 10 of the people that we work with on our body transformation side, not the wellness side, come in because they want to lose 20 or 30 plus pounds. And that is not difficult to do. No matter how long you've struggled to lose the weight, I can assure you, everybody can lose the weight, and it is simply with finding the right balance for your body. Today, though, I want to share with you the top 5 secrets. These are 5 things. They're not the conventional things like, eat more vegetables or start your meal with a salad. It's not those things. These are real things that I've kind of pulled out from close to 200,000 client appointments that we've had here that I see work. And so I want to share these with you right now. All right, let's get started. So number 1 is, all of the people who are the most successful have a big reason why. It's like this to achieve any goal. What is your reason for becoming successful financially, in a relationship, with your body transformation? Whatever it might be, it doesn't matter. You have to have a big why. And here's why. So you're going to run into obstacles, right? Everyone does. And it doesn't matter if it is relationship, if it's spiritual, if it's financial, or if it's your body. You're going to hit obstacles. The path to success is not a straight line. I don't know anybody who it is a straight line. Unless you're literally, as they say, born with a silver spoon in your mouth, you have to go through a little bit of the struggle. So if you have that big reason why you're doing this in the first place, it's going to help push you through when you hit all of these different obstacles. So, for example, a big reason why might be someone wants to lose the weight so that they'll be healthier and they'll live longer to see their kids grow up, to see their grandkids, and have a better quality of life. Some people, their big reason why is that if they take off 30 pounds, they reduce that inflammation, they're not going to have the joint pain. For others, they're not going to have the autoimmune-based issues. Other people, they want to improve their overall self-image, they want to get healthier, and they know that if they improve them first, they're going to be in better shape, I would say, mentally mentally as well as physically to feel like they're more confident and then go out and show the world really who they are in terms of their job or getting into a new relationship. Great reasons. You just simply have to write down a bunch of reasons why you want to lose the weight, why you want to get in great shape, all of those different things. Write them down on a sheet of paper. Choose one, choose two, but know your reasons why. All right, number 2. Our most successful people plan their meals out at least one day ahead of time. They do not allow chance to dictate what they will eat and when they will eat. This is huge. It really is. Because if you wake up in the morning, you don't know what you have in the house for breakfast, and then you just run out and you grab a muffin because you have to get your coffee anyways, that's a poor start to the day. It's going to lead to a spike in blood sugar and then a drop in blood sugar. You're going to get even hungrier. Then if you don't have lunch planned, you're going to grab a sandwich or whatever's close, then you're going to feel bad, and then you're going to say, okay, this day is done and I'm just going to eat whatever for dinner. That's how things go. If you mess up the first part of the day, and it feels like you need to it's a wash, and then you'll just start tomorrow. If that ever happens, you just need to get right back on track, forgive yourself. It's one meal, get back on track. But it's also a reason why I tell people, you know what? Just put powder in a shaker bottle and just run out the door with a little carton of berries or fruit. That's pretty simple. Or ideally, you can make a beautiful, really nice, delicious smoothie by doing an all-in-one powder, by putting in your fruit. You can throw in some greens if you want, whether it's a powder or fresh greens. You can add a little coconut oil. You can do so many of these just amazing things. And people don't really see it yet, because the truth is, until you've started your day with just a lot of nutrition, you don't understand that that's what sets you up for energy the rest of the day. Energy is something that we get from our food and our nutrition. It is not this innate thing inside of us. Our mitochondria, those powerhouses inside the cells, well, sure, they produce energy, but how do they produce energy? Oxygen. They produce energy with lactic acid metabolism. They produce energy with sugar. You get your nutrition from the food that you eat, and this is called fast glycolysis, oxidation. Your body functions in all these different methods, but if you don't have proper nutrition coming into your body, you're going to start either tapping into muscle potentially, which is not good for your metabolism. You might drop your blood sugar too low, all of these different scenarios that you do want. So simply think the night before, what am I doing for breakfast? What am I doing for lunch? What am I doing mid-afternoon snack? Maybe what am I doing for dinner? Plan them out, bring as many as you can. Always have emergencies as your backups, which might be a bar, which might be another shake. Again, just powder in a blender bottle, shaker bottle, only add the water if you need to use it. That's how people stay successful, is they have backups. And a lot of people, they try to plan their week out ahead of time so that they know not just the day before that they've already food shopped, they have the food that they need, and they're good to go. All right, tip number 3. The most successful people that we have, they've removed as many temptations and situations that may force them to slip up, which means this. They are not walking by the person in the office who has the big candy bowl, especially mid-afternoon, who has the cookies, who, has all those different types of things. They're staying away from the fast food places for lunch where they know it's so easy to grab a bag of chips or a soda. All of those things that when your body's low on energy, it's tired, it would love some of that really quick salt. It would love some of that quick sugar, any of those things that gives us that little bit of a boost, that little, snap of energy. That's what it's looking for. It's not saying I need chips or I need soda. It's saying I need energy. And if you're not giving it proper energy earlier in the day and the day before and the day before that, then it's suffering from lack of nutrition and nutrients, which means your fats, your proteins, your carbs, yes, but also your minerals, your vitamins, your amino acids, your neurotransmitters, all of those things that go together. It absolutely does matter. So stay away as much as you can. And usually for the first 21 days, a lot of my wellness-based people that I work with in my practice, as well as our personal body transformation clients, for about 3 weeks, they try to limit the amount of time they're going out with those friends they usually grab a pizza with and all those things. It's not your whole life. It's just while you get your body balanced those first couple weeks, and it works tremendously. All right, number 4 is they know ahead of time because they've gone through this before, and they're also working with a coach or whoever it might be. But again, you're learning from their experience. They knew that they would be hungry for a short period of time, which typically lasts anywhere from 3 to 7 days. So if you're doing a detox, if you're doing a diet plan, a healthy diet plan, you're still going to be maybe a little hungry. And this isn't a bad thing. It doesn't mean that you need to break down and just go eat tons of food because your body is dying. No, that's not what it means. If your body, think about this. If your body is used to eating, I don't know, let's just say 4 or 5 handfuls of food at a meal, right? Think about what that does. It stretches out your stomach. So for the next meal, you're going to need 4 or 5 handfuls of food to signal to the brain that, okay, the belly says to the brain through the vagus nerve, we're full. We're feeling good. We've stretched out the stomach. Well, you want to shrink your stomach, right? And you literally can do that. Yes, it does close and it gets smaller in between meals, but its ability to stretch gets larger and larger and larger the more that we eat, the more larger meals that we have. And we know this just by we know it by physiological adaptation, but we also know it by looking at people, and we can see how big the stomach can actually stretch, not just because of the adipose tissue that people are adding. It's called subcutaneous body fat, the fat between the skin and the actual muscle. And that's kind of what leads to those rolls on the stomach, right? We call them rolls, and not the visceral fat, which is actually more dangerous. That's what kind of looks like a pot belly. But the stomach can just stretch and stretch and stretch. So for a shorter period of time, as you're eating smaller meals, not necessarily less, well, I'm going to put it this way, absolutely not less nutrition, but sometimes less calorie and less bulk. That's for sure. Now, you can still eat a good amount of food. It just has to be good, healthy food, right? That's what we're looking at. All right. And number 5, our last tip for today, and this is a big one. This really is huge if you can get this. Your first one, your second one, your third one. I'll recap, but this is it. No one day ever gets our most successful people too high or too low when it comes to how well they did and also their weigh-ins. Because I'm telling you, if you're someone who's fixated on the scale, and you are worried every time you see your body increase by 0.5 pounds, I have to tell you, you're setting yourself up for failure, because the human body is about 2/3 water. Your muscles are about 70% water. Your blood's about 90% water. We have so much water in our body. Well, think of it this way. If about 2/3 of your body weight is water, well, how easy is it to just simply fluctuate 1% or 2% a day? It's so simple, right? So if you weigh 150 pounds, 1% is 1.5 pounds. That's normal in a day. You should weigh yourself first thing in the morning when you wake up if you're going to weigh yourself. That gives you your baseline, very few variables, right? You haven't drank anything. You haven't eaten anything. So that's kind of like we'll call it your dry weight, and that's in quotation marks. So air quotes, we'll say. So that's the best time, because you can't judge that by the food you ate, throughout the day. So weighing yourself at night or afternoon is not going to be helpful at all. I also don't recommend weighing yourself every single day. I like a Monday and Friday weigh-in. It gets to show you how well you did over the weekend. If you've lost weight on Friday, but then you come back in on Monday and you gained a little weight back, well, that means your weekends have a little bit of work to do. So here's the thing, though. I look at the total aggregate. So when someone comes to me and say, I've never been able to lose weight, I tried this, I've tried that, I say, okay, no matter what, we're going to help you lose weight. And here's why. We know all the reasons why physiologically someone can't lose weight, and we know all the reasons why physiologically someone can lose weight to get them to lose weight. We just balance the inflammation, we balance the hormones, we balance the toxicity, we balance the stress, we look at the macros, we look at all that good stuff. But most people never need to go through that. They haven't tried as much as they really think that they have. And so that's a big thing to look at as well. So anyway, let's go back to it. You want to look at over the course of a month, not a day, not 2 days, not even a week, but over the course of a month, are you down on average 1% of body weight per week if you're looking to lose weight? What does that mean? Let's take the same 150-pound person. Okay, each week should be an average of 1.5 pounds of weight loss. What does that mean over 4 weeks? 6 pounds. I'm very quick with this simple math. All right, so that means every month you should lose 6 pounds if you weigh 150 pounds, approximately, right? So you might lose more and you might lose a little less, but always shoot for that 1% per week, because that's very safe, very easy, very sustainable weight loss. Now, if you're doing something like our detox, things like that, you absolutely can lose and will lose 5 to 10 pounds in 7 days, 10 plus pounds in 14 days, and up to 21 pounds, usually 15 pounds or so in 21 days, and you'll keep it off. Why will you keep it off? Well, here's the reason why. You're not going back to eating sandwiches and pasta and all those types of things. Now, can you? Yes, but we teach that. We teach how to have a cheat meal, not to have it on back-to-back days, like all of those things. You just need to learn the process. And remember, no matter what, let's just go back a step. If anyone's ever telling you can eat pizza every day and not lose and not gain the weight back, whatever it is, they're lying to you. It's just marketing. I have no reason to lie to you. I have no interest in lying to you. I want you to be healthy first, which means we're not going back in the first place. Now, if you love pizza, you love pizza. There's no problem with that. That could be your weekly cheat meal. You really enjoy it. And if you keep the weight off, you'll probably be able to do 2 cheats per week. But anyway, that's a topic for another show, and I could talk forever, so I will stop right there. So those 5 secrets of skinny success stories. They had a big reason why. That's number 1. They planned their meals at least 1 day to 1 week in advance. Number 3, they removed as many temptations and situations that may force them to slip up. Number 4, they knew they would be hungry for a very short period of time. And basically, you drink some water and you just let it pass. It will pass. And number 5, no one day, no 1 week ever got them too high or too low in themselves. They just stayed steady, they followed the plan, and they eventually reached their goal weight. So I'm telling you, these are not your conventional, I'll use these 5 secrets of adding, more lettuce or whatever it is. These things work, and they work from a psychology and systematic strategic standpoint. Okay, that means that you need to follow a plan. A real plan is based on the back end work, and this is the back end work. Everything else is simple because you can just plug a plan into this and it's going to work absolutely fantastic for you. So I appreciate you once again tuning into the Cabral Concept, and if you feel this show could help anyone that's been struggling for a long time to lose the weight or keep it off, please feel free. Do them a favor and please feel free to share this show with them. Have a great day, everyone.
Ever wonder what the best sauna, blue blockers, sleep trackers, wake lights, salt lamps, or other health gadgets are? Or what about the top non-toxic mattresses, sheets, soaps, bath products, toothpaste, and cookware? Or would you like to know the cleanest choices for hemp parts, meal delivery services, supplements, and much more? I personally curated, researched, and now created a resource page of all of my top picks that continues to grow each week. These are the exact products I use in my own life, with my family, in my private practice, and they're the ones I trust. To find out all of my up-to-date recommendations and all the details, simply head on over to stephencabral.com/resources.